Archbishop Jim Humble of the Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing.
Humble invented a chemical concoction called Miracle Mineral Solution. He claims on the church website that MMS can cure everything from colds to cancer. Claims it's been tried by millions around the world, from the very old to the very young.
I cannot wait to see this tonight. The voice you heard, Mark Kelley, who's with me this morning to look at miracle cures. It's going to air tonight. Thanks for coming in. Tell me about Pastor Humble.
Well, let me ask you this, Heather.
Okay.
Do you believe in miracles?
Sure.
Well, there you go. If you believe in miracles, and I guess anything is possible, Jim Humble is selling something he calls MMS, a miracle mineral solution, which is a basic chemical concoction. Put together, it creates something called chlorine dioxide. Chlorine dioxide is commonly used as a bleach. Bleaches clothes, a bleaching agent. Also used as a water purifier. He'll take a few drops of that, put that in a half glass of water, and says with that it can cure 95% of all that ails us in the world. Now you may think, okay, this is crazy. Perhaps some would believe that, but there are a lot of believers. He claims that the MMS is now being used in 150 countries around the world by millions, including here in Canada, where he's got true believers who believe in the power of MMS.
So he's putting it in the eyes then?
Well, you can take this any way you want.
Really?
Yes.
Inject or drink?
Or drink. In fact, a gentleman I'm with here who lives just outside of Hamilton, he's mixing it up for me. He takes this every hour on the hour every day as a preventative, and even gave it to his cat because his cat had a cough.
Okay. Now, let's just get this right out here on the record. You're going to see Mark Kelley sample this yourself. You drank this MMS.
Well, you know, I'm always curious to try what we're doing stories on, and I did. And it's almost, I got to say, it was like taking a sip of pool water, because there is a little chlorine, this chlorine dioxide is used as a water purifier, so taste it. Now, you know, some people would think this is benign, it's like pool water, but Health Canada has now put out 7 public health warnings about the consumption of MMS, saying this is not fit for human consumption, it's a dangerous product, it's not authorized to be used as a drug. In the United States, FDA has done the same thing. But they went one step further, in fact, that they wanted to crack down on this, and there was somebody who was peddling this stuff online. They actually threw him in jail. He's currently serving a 4-year sentence in the U.S. for selling this stuff online, because the U.S. sees this as a real problem, and that by taking this in large doses could be very toxic and potentially dangerous for people.
Has it been? I mean, has anyone had serious health consequences?
This is the argument that comes back. If you look at the way that sodium chlorate, which was one of the chemicals that's used in there, yes, there are definitely some cases on the record of people who've overconsumed this. Believers in the church say, look, you know, just if you take it in a proper dose, it's not going to be a problem. And I say church because they created a church of health and healing to be able to promote this product. And they also don't believe in vaccines and x-rays as well. So there's a sort of libertarian approach to anything that you put in your body. They should be free to do. But the real concern that we had, and I know a lot of people out there would say, you know, let people do what they want to do. This is now being promoted as a cure for autism. And this is where things get a little darker. You know, some people would say that adults should have the freedom to put whatever they want in their body, but what really got us concerned, and where we were tipped off to this story, in fact, was by people who said that this is being promoted as a cure for autism. This is being given to children who obviously do not have a say in this. This is being given to children in the form of bleach-like enemas that are being given to children, is one of the ways that, and this is being promoted by some credible autism agencies, foundations, even here in Canada, as being a cure for autism.
Because parents are so desperate, they want help, and they'll look to any potential source.
And the connection between desperation and miracle cures is pretty strong.
Exactly.
So that's where, this is really where there has been a big concern. We were just curious to know, okay, you know, Health Canada is trying to crack down on this. Is this stuff readily available? Heather, we went online, click of the mouse, $40, it arrived in our offices a few days later.
So is it, I mean, as I look at that guy, and there's a church, I mean, immediately I thought, drink the Kool-Aid, drink the miracle solution. Is there a cultish component to this, Mark, or is it just more?
You know, if I dropped the C-bomb on there, I think that these people would be outraged. There is definitely a belief. There is a strong belief, and this is our episode tonight on the Fifth Estate being called True Believers, that in these powers that this miracle solution may have. And these are people who also believe that big pharma, big government are preventing us from really finding these miracle cures because they're not authorized by big pharma. So it's a big power of belief, but as other people would say, there's also a big danger to what they're peddling.
Going to be terrific tonight. Must
Thank you,
watch.
Heather.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thanks for coming in as always. True Believers airing tonight on the Fifth Estate. That's on CBC Television at 9 p.m. and 9:30 in Newfoundland.